Right, welcome to another day of the vlog. So today is Saturday, obviously, because yesterday was Friday. If you watched that one, you'll know that. If you haven't watched that one, you should probably go and watch that one. Just looking after Florence. She's playing with what are you playing with, darling? She's playing with a box and a little giraffe. We've got Man Like Hormozy on the TV. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And yeah, this is just what the morning's like when we're looking after baby. So far, in terms of what she got, what you sat on, chick? I think she got a bit of food on her, and then it stuck one of her toys to her bum. Yeah, so far today, literally just got up hydrated, had my supplements, looked after, sorted Florence out, give her breakfast, and now we are just... What's that now? Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Would you like it back? Say thank you next time. So yeah, now we're basically just chilling out. I'm probably going to have a coffee shortly, just for enjoyment purposes. Thank you. And then I think not too long from now, maybe in an hour or so, I have no idea what time it is. I don't have my watch on, I haven't checked. My mother is going to be looking after Florence for a couple hours, which is kind of her, so I can go train. Today it is my Saturday top-up session, so it's just topping up volume from the rest of the week to get enough volume to the body parts I want to bring up. So hamstrings, calves, and biceps. Must admit, I missed calves at the end of the leg day on Thursday, or on Wednesday, and I was supposed to top them up on Thursday or Friday. Didn't. Very poor by me. So today, I would usually do 6 sets earlier in the week, 6 sets later in the week. God, look at my face, I'm getting chunky now from the gaining face. I woke up this morning, I was like 2 pounds up this week, which is bizarre. I haven't changed anything. Off-plan meal on Sunday, but you don't think it'd take all... God, look at my face, it's like a fucking grey. But yeah, so we're doing hamstrings, calves, and biceps at the gym. I usually do 6 sets during the week, 6 sets in the weekend. So today I'm going to go ham. And I'm going to do 12 sets in one workout of calves. Because man needs some calves, to be fair. So I'm just going to get it done. I'm going to get 6 sets of biceps done. We'll do some, hello darling. And we're going to do 5 sets of seated hamstring curl. And then we're going to do some RDLs as well. But yeah, starting to feel strong again for the first time in a while. I hate to admit it, but with sleep, with baby and stuff, I train at the minute 5 days a week. Thank you. I train at the minute 5 days a week. And what I found is the only sessions that seem to be like really progressing in terms of performance markers, which like all of them need to be doing right now with the amount of weight I'm gaining. The only ones that seem to be performing well in terms of performance markers are the sessions that are done after a rest day, or the sessions that are done after like a small muscle group day. Whoop. So like when I do legs the day after, I do push-pull legs. Like when I come to legs, I'm not really progressing that much. And also, so I do pull-push legs. Pull at the beginning of the week's progressing mint. Push, not so much the day after, struggling to progress that, and then legs struggling to progress that. Have a rest day the day after that, shoulders and triceps progressing nicely, smaller muscle group, and it's a rest day. And then RDLs and that Saturday session is progressing well, this one that I do today. Probably due to like having a bit more sleep as well, probably. Being a bit more relaxed, so. I might need to, as much as I hate to admit it, I might need to drop down to a 4-day per week split. Thank you, darling. If it was just Mr. Selfish, I didn't have a family or anything, like back in the day, it wouldn't matter. I'll probably just progress regardless because I just sleep 8 or 9 hours a night or something. But yeah, so that's where we're at. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling. I'll probably see you at the gym. I'm going to enjoy the rest of the morning with my daughter. Take care. So, session done. It was a good sesh. Happy. Numbers moving in the right direction alongside body weight. Especially the seated hamstring curl at the beginning. I did 5 work sets on there, and I hit a pin lower on the hamstring curl for the exact same reps on the first set, and I stuck with that for 5 sets. Dumbbell RDLs, going 3 seconds on the way down, pausing at the bottom. Went up to 105 pound dumbbells today, did hundreds last week, so 105 is like 47.5 kilo dumbbells. 3 seconds down, pausing, touching the dumbbells on the floor, keeping my chin tucked. The reason why I'm keeping the El Chino tucked is basically because it uses less lower back. Yeah, screw it, I'll go into the details. It's a YouTube video, longer content. So what tends to happen when you lift your head up on any sort of movement is you elevate your rib cage. When you elevate your rib cage, you arch your back a little bit more, and therefore your lower back is a little bit shorter the muscles of your lower back. So arguably you're probably using them a little bit more than what you would do otherwise. Also, when you lift your head up, you're arching your back, you haven't got as much of a stacked rib cage, which basically means that you're not going to brace as effectively as you would do if your chin were tucked. So chin tucked is basically just like a fail-safe if you've ever had a history of back issues in the past. Just going to make sure that you're using less lower back and you're bracing your core, you're getting your core ready to sort of to make sure you're just more stable through the movement. So even though it's not a core, you're not trying to develop your core with an RDL. Well, I'm not anyway. I'm trying to develop my hamstrings and my glutes, and I'm trying to develop my lower back to a degree. Getting your core in a nice strong place just makes the movement more stable and more safe. Okay, sort of like, so the analogy people use with a strong core is like, okay, would you rather fire a cannon off a canoe boat on water, or would you rather fire that cannon off a concrete floor? Concrete floor all day. Okay, so if your core's nice and strong and stable, 1, you're more likely to complete the movement better and more accurately, but 2, you're less likely to fuck shit up. Whereas if you fuck the wrong shit up, okay, the same thing you do in the exercise, less likelihood of getting injured. So that is why I took my chin. Now, it's not to say having your head out in front is wrong, but that's just the rationale why I do it this way. There could also be an argument to be said, if you're lifting your head up, you're going to use more hamstring because you're more likely to anteriorly tilt. Anteriorly might not even be a word. You're more likely to have more anterior tilt in your pelvis, your lower back, and arch your back more, get more length through your hamstrings. However, the trade-off for me to get a bit more of a hamstring stretch by having my head up and having more of an arch back is not worth the benefit of having more of an arch back to get more of a stretch through my hamstring is not worth the amount of the additional lower back load I get. And I know from experience now, years of deadlifting, that when I lift my head up, yes, I end up being able to lift actually more weight. I think some of that is just due to I'm just using more musculature in my back. My back's a strong point, but I end up using too much lower back usually. So yeah, anyway, that's a very long explanation for why I have my chin tucks on my dumbbell RDLs. Also, I'm pausing and doing it slow to limit the load, get as much out of as little load as possible. Because the goal isn't just to lift heavy weights for the sake of it. I do want to get stronger, but not for the sake of lifting heavy weight, because I'm not a powerlifter right now. I'm a strong man. I'm trying to develop my physique. So yeah, that's where we're at with that. Anything else that I think worth noting on? I think I recorded the preacher curls. Once again, you can tell, nice and controlled, trying to get as much out of as little weight as possible. By the way, you'll probably see that I train to failure or pretty close to failure on most movements. Research suggests 0 to 3 reps of shy of failure, and you are going to basically do the same kind of thing. Going all the way to failure does occur more fatigue. So am I always doing the most optimal thing, the best thing from a physique development? Sometimes probably not by going close to failure, especially when I'm sleep deprived and things like that. However, I fucking rate it. I like it. I think it's I like it for the mental fortitude benefits. However, you know, you might see me transition more to a style of training where I leave more reps in the tank, and then you might see my logbook progress more. So I might change that, we don't know. But yeah, anyway, that is vlog day number 2 back in the books, aka vlog day number 63. Gonna go out for Mother's Day now. Whoop! Off out for food. Tip when you're going out for food is, even if you're in a surplus, acknowledge that the food you choose is probably going to be 500 to 800 calories more than you think. Still go protein heavy, still hit the same amount of protein you would from your own foods, but maybe pull back on carbs and fats, because we're off to a fish restaurant in Uppermill called Salt. So yeah, probably going to end up having more carbs and fats there than I would in my usual meals, especially fats. Carbs are quite heavy at the minute because man's gaining. But yeah, it's in a bit. Second day back vlogging. Let's get it.